Hello everyone, we're about to play a match with our red-black vampires deck in Standard. We would like to play first, of course. This is an interesting hand because we actually don't have that many dudes, and we also can't play Stromkirk Condemned, so we only have the one black mana, which kind of hurts. So, I think we're going to send it back. That's another one where if we do draw a land with this, it's pretty good, especially if it produces red. I think I'm going to keep it and scry and hope we can hit a land. If we hit a land, I mean, we can go turn 2 Stromkirk Condemned, swing for 3, and put that into play. We have a decent chance of getting red, so let us hope. Opponent mulliganing pretty hard. One more than we did. But yeah, with the scry, I mean, I don't know what the percentage chance is, but it's got to be pretty decent that we hit what we need, and we do. So we will put that on top of our library. It is going to come into play tapped, so that's something, but we still play her. So, I mean, we could wait a turn to play it. I guess it wouldn't make a huge difference. I guess it would mean we had Lightning Axe up, actually, so it might have been slightly better, but probably not. All right, we're up against one of the mini energy decks, whether it's Aetherworks. A lot of decks just run Aether Hub to splash things anyway, and it adds energy for incidental cards. But it looks like it's probably a straight-up aggro deck that likes energy in this case. So yeah, we'll play Stromkirk Condemned. We have a lot of options once it's in play, and we get to untap, that is, to start doing stuff with the cards in our hand. So that's good. Aether Hub number 2. So our opponent can just make this bigger whenever. We can actually effectively block this thing, though. Yeah, we really need to kill that. I think we probably do just block this and discard a card. Oh, no, he can make it a 4/4 now, can't he? Damn. Okay, well, we're just going to have to take it. I wouldn't mind if he uses energy here because it'll make it easier for me to kill this pummeler. He's not going to, though. Why would he? Right, land. It will enter the battlefield tapped, though. So the pummeler can pump himself right now to a 4/4. Am I doing the math right? Yes. So I think we just go ahead and kill him. Yeah. We'll use Lightning Axe to do it. We're not going to be able to madness anything out with it, unfortunately. So we do have to decide what to discard. I think we do probably want to play this land, so we probably don't discard it. I'm going to attack with my Condemned first. Probably just going to take it, so yeah, he does. But we want to do this now while he's tapped out, and while the energy he has can only make it a 4/4. So we're just going to go ahead and fire off a Lightning Axe and discard something. Maybe it's just the other Lightning Axe. It could also just be Fiery Temper. Seems like Lightning Axe is going to be better here because it can kill these larger creatures. Yeah. So we'll discard Fiery Temper, even though we can't cast it, unfortunately for us. Unfortunately for us. You just have to kill this thing before it can go crazy. No, we're not going to cast it because we can't. Alright, player Marsh, and we'll end our turn. He can make his Longtusk Cub huge, so he still has like a quick clock on us. He can make this thing a 5/5 right now, which also isn't big enough. So it's good we kept our Lightning Axe. Yeah. So I think we probably go with Lightning Axe here and discard Asylum Visitor. Oh, he still has energy to give it one more. That's right, because it hit us. So yeah, Lightning Axe actually isn't that good right here. I'm leaning towards playing one of my Olivias and discarding the other one to Lightning Axe. Opponent very likely has a way to give this trample. That's kind of what this deck does. the red-green energy deck. It's kind of like Infect, but in standard. Um, It does. We can potentially block the guy and then use Lightning Axe to finish it, which isn't the worst, and we can still discard a card at the same time. Yeah, we could if we wanted to, and I think that's just what we're going to do. Our opponent's down to 2 cards. If we can kill this Cub, I don't feel too bad about it. So, all right, well, more energy is not good for us. Right now, this can get now to a 7/7, which still isn't quite big enough to survive our plan, but if he has any sort of trick in his hand, it's plenty big. Yeah, I mean, I could also play the Asylum Visitor as well. I'm probably going to Lightning Axe and discard Asylum Visitor, actually, so yeah, it'll be a 7/7. We're going to declare this block, see what our opponent does. And then we're going to cast and discard Asylum Visitor. And we will cast Asylum Visitor. See if our opponent has Blossoming Defense or something to save his guy. We can still discard another land to make sure that we kill this thing. So all right, it is dead. Definitely had to play a little bit more controlling of a line here than this deck normally would. And we also have the awkwardness of 2 Olivias in our hands, but what the hell. So we're going to go ahead and attack. Does mean we have something to discard to our other Olivia, you know. So we're going to play Olivia. I think I'm going to hold on to the Ruins because at this point it can just be discarded to Olivia. Or to another discard effect, which obviously we have a lot of. Yeah, so basically if you can derail their plan here, which is get crazy with energy, you're in pretty good shape. And because of that, I do think our Fiery Tempers are kind of bad. They just don't kill those things once they get big, and we probably want Unlicensed Disintegrations. And we probably don't really... Well, actually, Collective Brutality is pretty good against them because we can hit one of their pump spells. Harsh Scrutiny is not bad either. The Axes are great, as they proved in that particular match. Key to the City doesn't seem that good here, mostly because our opponent's just going to be turning their guys sideways too, so I think we do side those out. And we can probably even put in just Transgress, because it hits like all the cards in their library. It's probably a little better than... So I can probably like do sort of a mix here. Put in a Transgress, a Harsh Scrutiny, and a Collective Brutality, I guess. No, I'd rather have 2 Transgresses, I think. And we already have 1 Collective Brutality in our deck anyway, so yeah. So I think that'll work. Makes us better against this particular strategy. Just got to kill their stuff and hope they don't have Blossoming Defense. Or just be faster than they are, but I'm not certain this deck can be without sort of having some disruption along the way. It's another bad one that we're going to have to send back. This one's more reasonable, and we don't really need another land here. We do have early disruption, which I like. All right, so even though we drew this, well, I think I do play the Ruins and reveal our Mountain so we can play our Gorger on turn 1. Next turn we'll Transgress or Collective Brutality, depending on what our opponent does. So yeah, we'll go reveal and Gorger. Right, Voltaic Brawler. So the cool thing about Voltaic Brawler is we can just like straight up kill it with this. It can only use its energy when it attacks. So we probably use Collective Brutality to kill it and then discard a land so that we can look at our opponent's hand as well. So I think that's what we're going to do here. It's a 2-for-1. There's a really good chance he has something for us to hit in his hand, so we're going to cast with Escalate in 2 modes. So we're going to do this, and we're also going to do this. So we're going to choose this opponent, and we're going to choose this creature, and we're going to discard, I guess, you're going to enter the battlefield tapped at this point. We do need double black, though, and everything in our hand costs 2 already, so I'm going to discard the mountain. All right, it's just a bombardment. In this case, our opponent, it does have these guys ready to roll, which isn't great for us, because right now we don't have a great way to interact with that. Whichever one he doesn't play, we can rip out of his hand next turn, but we need to draw one of our removal spells, or things could get a little ugly. I mean, hitting a bombardment there feels pretty solid, honestly, so I like it. Ooh, that's what we needed. We can't cast it this turn, though, so I think we transgress. So in the event our opponent has... Okay. Oh, transgress is actually terrible in this matchup. I was thinking it was 3 or less, which is really bad of me. So that's not so good. We're going to leave our Gorger in play and end our turn. Yeah, that was bad. We should have looked at what he had in his hand. Built to Smash and Servant of... Okay, so he does have one way of pumping his dude. So he may just be able to kill us outright here. How much energy do you need here? So if he uses Built to Smash first, that's 3, and then he can pump it 3 more times. So that goes to, yeah, we're just dead. So we just die there. Yeah, Transgress was a really bad call for the sideboard. It is definitely better to say goodbye to the Transgresses, to bring in another Collective Brutality and a Harsh Scrutiny. So, been a while since I've played with Transgress the Mind, and it's actually not as good in this format as it used to be in Standard. We would like to play first. This is another questionable hand, but it's fine-ish. I do think we send it back, though. I just feel like we can do better, and we do a lot better, for sure. So we're going to keep... I think we're good with our land situation, basically. If we draw more... We'd rather just draw more creatures at this point. So we're going to go land, reveal a mountain, play turn 1 Gorger. This time we have Lightning Axe ready to kill an early Pummeler. We also have the ability to potentially discard a Vampire to it and cast it, which is always fun. Okay, Harsh Scrutiny is really good here, since we can't do anything else anyway. But we're going to crack in with our Gorger. Harsh Scrutiny. The Brawler definitely worries me more because he can gain Trample, so that works better with all of these. We know he has Blossoming Defense, Built to Smash, and Larger Than Life, which are all scary. They all work incredibly well with what our opponent wants to do, but we're going to take away the Brawler, who can do the best job of enabling those things. And we definitely do want to draw that. We definitely want to draw Unlicensed Disintegration. We'll play a Mountain. Let's just use Lightning Axe if we need to. We're not going to use it, but it is an option now. So we know he has Blossoming Defense, so we kind of need to play around that. I'm going to attack with my Gorger here. He takes it. Then I'm going to play Drana. He can't quite just kill us outright. Like, he just doesn't have the mana to do it, so we're just going to play Drana here and try to be aggressive. And then we have these 2 cards both available to us. It'd be nice to draw a Vampire we can cast off of Lightning Axe, since we have Gorger in play, but there's no guaranteeing we do that. All right, I like that. Yeah, land is not what I wanted to see. I do think we go ahead and bash here. The Gorger will become a 3/2. Drana makes herself bigger too, of course, so... I would probably block the Gorger if I was him, although the Servant of the Conduit may be his only creature, so it's kind of his path to victory right now. Yeah, he's just going to take it. That must be his only creature. There's no other reason you would take it in that situation, because next turn the Gorger will be too big to block. We'll play this land. I thought about holding on to it, but this way we can at least play our 4-drop if we draw it. Holding on to it to pitch to Lightning Axe is what I was thinking. So, like, he only has 1 green mana, so he can't pump this enough to kill me and leave up the card he needs to protect it. So, he's going to swing, though. I think we're fine with that. Okay, built a smash. Does make it a 5/5. Yeah, we should have kept that land because we could have gone... Oh, no, we wouldn't have had the mana to do both. We might be dead here. No, we're not. Opponent just planning on smashing us a little bit there. Another land. This one we do keep. Do we leave a blocker back this time around? For fear of him doing something crazy. The problem is, to do something crazy, he has to tap his green mana. Because he needs, like, larger than life into... Yeah, so... If he draws another forest, I guess we'll regret this. But I think we stay aggressive and just make it so he's dead on the next turn. So we can also now cast both Disintegration and Lightning Axe. So we can use either one to kill this thing. All right. Opponent is dead next turn. We hold on to our land. Okay, he does have a second forest now, which is not quite as good of news for us. What we're going to do, though, is in response to Larger Than Life, we're going to try to axe this. Then when he plays... Oh. He's going to try to play Larger Than Life here. In response to it... Yeah, in response to it, we're going to play our Lightning Axe, and then he'll play his Blossoming Defense, and then we'll play Unlicensed Disintegration. So that'll be the plan. So... Kapow... Discard a swamp. So, Blossoming Defense, yeah. He must. I guess he just assumed I had another kill spell in my hand, because he could have saved it. But I guess he just assumed I had it. So, we beat it despite a bad sideboarding move, but this is a Tier 1 deck, the Red-Green Energy Electrostatic Pummeler combo deck. It's pretty bad against us because we're just aggressive enough to beat them fairly quickly, especially if we're disrupting them early, and that's basically what happened in the games where I had the right cards in my deck. So, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.